Earlier, you talking about James Clear and like atomic habits. And one of the things that you had said he mentioned was trying to prepare for a marathon, start really, really small, like just put on your running shoes, right?
Right, right.
And those small things can add up and like it's a good practice. I think one thing that makes it hard for a lot of people, what makes like the struggle suck more is people are, in my experience, not good at celebrating those small victories. Like
Yeah.
again, I think it's a throwback to like that pass or fail system. Like you have to be all in or you're not in at all in or out. And so one thing that I've been trying to help my clients with is like rewarding those smaller victories. And for me, it's a struggle because like I'm identifying right things. Like these are things to be proud about, but I know like looking at their face or like hearing their response back, it kind of sounds like I'm pandering to them. You know, I'm
Right, right.
coddling them, and
Right, right.
I don't know how to like tweak that other than being like, hey, I'm never gonna pander you that way because that's a freaking waste of time and
Right.
like it's no good. But like you need to be able to be kind to yourself.
And I think that's good that you're celebrating like any victory, and like especially with folks who like have a hard time of like finding like positive things.
Mm,
And that's the way like I would probably look at that. Okay, like you're weighing yourself every day, or you weighed yourself and you don't have an emotional attachment to it, or you've done something, you only ate half your meal out last night, you put the other one in a box and you saved it for today. Like it's like that's awesome, because if you did that same thing every time you went out to eat for the next 90 days, can you imagine? I mean, let's just say it's like your average like Chili's meal, like
yeah.
1,400 calories. And you ate half of it every single time instead of eating the whole 1,300 calories. And, you did that for, 100 days. We're talking like 60,000 calories that you like save yourself. Like, it's like, just like big picture it for them and say like, cause just like we're talking now, it's like people always want to like look at the here and now data point. And it's like,
Mm,
look at the big picture of like, if you do the right thing enough times, you don't have to be perfect, but if you do the right thing enough times over the next 90 days, whatever you want, you can just make up a number. It don't matter because it's just time. And it's like, if you do it over the long period of time, you will see results. And so this very, very small thing that you're looking at right now and be like, well, John, all I do is I ate one Hershey bar instead of two. It's like, well, shoot, if that secondary Hershey bar, if you cut that out every single day for 100 days, and that was, 50 calories or something, it's like, that's how much you like saved yourself over that course of time. Like it is pushing you towards your goal. And if you can find 10 more small things throughout your day that are like that, can you imagine how that adds up? You had 10 minutes of walking here. You woke up early and stretched. You went to bed 30 minutes earlier. You're cut off your devices. Like, can you imagine how those 10, 15 very, very small things that if you just looked at it here and now for today, it may not matter. But over the course of, 100 days, a year, like where would you be a year from now if you change 10 small things in your day or 20 small things in your day? I think just grandiosing it, like making it like very, very large.
mm-hmm.
Like, can you imagine if you did this small thing 100 times, 200 times, 1,000 times? Do you think we all learned English from hearing a word from our parents once?
Yeah.
Did you learn Japanese by going to Japanese 101 like one time?
No.
No, it was
I
a
mean, I
course
didn't
of
even learn Japanese from going to Japanese class, man.
exactly. Well, exactly. You learned about being embedded in the culture and inundated with it day in, day out. And eventually it became to the point that you could do it, but it wasn't like one step. Just like the common like fitness thing of like, you didn't get fat by eating one hamburger, you didn't get skinny by eating one salad. Like things done once, yeah, they may not seem that important, but we want to celebrate them because we want to see you do that again and again and again and again until it becomes a habit or becomes just how you do things. It doesn't have to be something we celebrate because you just do it. And then we get to celebrate the next step you take to making yourself better,